So we got a situation. And here's something you don't see every day, right? The title says that a dying man decides to take his neighbor down with him. Why do you want to involve somebody in your misery? Why? No, just keep it contained to you and yourself, bro, whatever it is. Let's check it out. Let's get to it.
He said, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill your daughter, and I'm going to kill your grandkids.
If he does not stay away from me, we're both going to go up there.
Have you ever blown in a PBT?
If you take him out, don't that mean y'all you going down there? Ain't that what that mean? Not up there. I think you got it confused. I think you're confused on your hand placement of where you might be going. I don't think you're going there though, bro.
Stay away from me. We're both going to go up there.
Have you ever blown in a PBT?
Yeah, I have one at home.
Do you?
Because I go to AA.
The next time I see him, you're going to be looking at me for a murder conviction.
Oh, well, that's we shouldn't do that.
Decades of animosity between two retired neighbors boils over into cold-blooded assault. But the reason behind this brutal crime will leave you chilled to the bone. On the evening of September 29th, 2023, in rural Mattawan, Michigan, Deputy Gabe Weekly finds himself responding to a report of an assault. The details are hazy, but according to dispatch, an elderly man was attacked by a belligerent neighbor while chopping firewood on his own property. Deputy Weekly is determined to mediate in this situation, but he has no idea what kind of sadistic tragedy he's getting involved in. Driving through the remote Michigan backcountry, Officer Weekly encounters the victim, 79-year-old William Cracker, hobbling near his tractor.
First off, what happened out here tonight?
Well, you want to go over and show you where it happened by my tractor?
Well, I just need to know what happened.
What happened? Well, I was
Unless there's some kind of evidence there.
marks on the ground, maybe is all.
Okay.
And I lost my hat there. Anyway, I just shut my chainsaw off because it's getting dark. And I didn't hear him come up to me. He grabbed me by the left shoulder and swung me around. His first hit, I think, was here, and then I went down on the ground. And I crawled a little bit into the back of my tractor to keep him from hitting me much more, because he wasn't hitting me in the body. He was just trying to hit me in the head and in the shoulders.
Okay.
And he kept pulling me out.
Is there a history of bad blood between you two, or?
Yes.
Okay.
But I haven't even spoke to him in probably 3-4 years.
There was no explanation like mad at you for cutting or making noise or nothing?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he probably got tired of him. You outside using a chainsaw this time of night, probably irritated him, maybe trying to get some sleep or something like that. Don't justify it. But I was guessing that same thing along the lines that the cops was thinking. That's probably what it was for. You know what I mean?
Chainsaws are damn quiet, but no, he didn't say that. No, we've had trouble before. He's told me before he can't wait till he sees I'm dead.
The motive for this senseless attack is proving to be elusive. Deputy Weekly is going to have to dive deeper to make sense of this bizarre incident. Once inside, Officer Weekly remembers to document William's injuries: a cut on his face, a large laceration to his left bicep, and a hematoma on the top of his head. Despite being shaken up, William is physically stable and declines the offer to be taken to the hospital. Apparently, the incident began over the innocent act of cutting wood.
I cut this morning for maybe 45 minutes.
So you were cutting for about 45 minutes. You'd shut your chainsaw off.
I just shut it off virtually a second before he grabbed my shoulder and spun me around.
Okay. You never seen him coming?
No, never seen him.
He just grabbed you by your left shoulder and then spun you around and said,
I'm going to kill you.
Okay. He said he's going to kill you.
And as he was hitting me, he said, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill your daughter, and I'm going to kill your grandkids.
But there was no other conversation.
No.
Just grabbed you, turned around, and just started beating on you.
Punching.
And hit you approximately 25 to 30 times.
Yeah.
And while he was hitting you is what you're saying, that he was saying he was going to kill you and hurt your family and stuff.
He killed me, kill my daughter, and that's the words he used.
Okay.
Kill.
What happened after he stopped? Did he stay there, or did he just take off?
He just let go of me, stood up, and walked away. Walked back in his yard.
Were you fighting back with him at all?
I never stuck back at all. I was just trying to defend.
You were just trying to defend yourself and get under the tractor?
Yeah.
William's menace of a neighbor is 58-year-old Gregory Charles.
Does that make any... What is wrong with... Like, what would make somebody do that to somebody? This man is 79 years old. 79 years old. You 58. Why are you going over there and attacking a 79-year-old man for no reason? Like, it's something. Are we missing something? Or are you just mentally off like that?
Charles Miller, as Deputy Weekly learns.
He's a pretty big guy. He's about 4 or 5 inches taller than me and outweighs me by probably 60, 80 pounds.
According to William, the two neighbors have had property disputes for years. Gregory had recently constructed a privacy wall on the edge of his property as a passive-aggressive way to say, stay away. But it's still unclear what incident tonight had ignited such an animalistic fury.
He has a temper problem, so.
And you guys have
sometimes he can
had
be really
multiple
nice.
other incidents with him.
No, we've had to call the sheriff, and state police told me that if he comes over here and does anything more again tonight, that he will go to jail.
Deputy Weekly has a final question to ask, and the answer William gives will take this dispute to the next level.
Well, I'm going to ask you this. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know where you want to go with this, but do you want to press charges against him?
Yes, I will this time.
Yep. Yeah, because if not, this keeps escalating. I mean, this is bad.
Pretty sure he's got a shotgun. He used to have.
Okay.
He used to shoot once in a while.
With Gregory potentially armed, Deputy Weekly must proceed with the utmost caution. In the middle of the woods, in pitch darkness and without backup, he's alone and exposed. The house is darkened as Gregory fled the scene. Then, investigating the back patio, the bad neighbor reveals himself.
Hi, Greg. How you doing, sir?
Oh, okay. Angry.
All right. Yeah, we'll just say.
Nah. Nah, y'all hear the way he talking, right? Sounds like we got another sling blade situation. Just the way he just talking was a little eerie for me. Like, no. Officer needs some backup, clearly. I got to hear that again. The way he just came to the door and was talking was very serial killer-like.
Greg? How you doing, sir?
Oh, okay. Angry.
All right. Yeah, we'll just stay out here and talk for a second.
Oh, I have a small dog.
He's right here.
Oh, jeez.
You want to put him back in first?
Yes.
All right.
At first, Gregory seems cooperative, even friendly, but the more he talks, the more it seems clear that something is off.
I already know why you're here, but you want to come in?
No, I'll stand outside and talk with you. So what started this tonight?
Well, good question. Neighbor is always making noise over next to my house. I'm tired of it. We don't get along. It's been going on for, well, since I moved in here.
Gregory's grievances tumble out in meandering fragments, but Deputy Weekly starts putting the pieces together. It seems that Gregory has harbored a deep-seated hatred of William that goes back decades.
But as far as tonight, what made you go over there and...
I would say he's always doing things to annoy me, which will go on forever. I mean, I moved in here. He was already here, him and his wife. We've had property line disputes, and he just likes to be right up in my business. I think he likes to annoy me, and I would tell a judge this.
So clearly nothing. Nothing caused you to go over there tonight. You're just annoyed. That's it. Because when he asked you, you clearly had no response. No response whatsoever to say, as soon as he asked you, you should have been like, man, he was doing this happened, this came in my yard, this hit my house, this did something. But you had to go give a history lesson just to end up saying a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. Man, lock him up.
Disputes, and he just likes to be right up in my business. I think he likes to annoy me, and I would tell a judge this.
But the events tonight. Let's stay on that path.
Oh, okay. He was right there, just in the middle of the night, just before dark, running his chainsaw. And I take it personally because the man has 18 acres. He could chop all kinds of tree stump. He does not like me. We hate each other. We hate each other.
We're veering off the path of tonight, though. Okay.
We hate each other.
So
and I punched him in the face.
Okay. So did you talk? Did you talk to him at first? Did you guys have a conversation, or did you just go over and grab a hold of him, turn him around, and start beating on him?
No. We do not speak.
Okay.
We do not.
So you didn't speak at all. You just walked up, grabbed him.
No, we do speak, but this has been going on for 20 years. I hate him. He hates.
Bro, we do not need to keep going down memory lane, fam. Clearly, you had no reason to punch him. And if it was a noise, then you could have contacted the police, had them go over there and handle that. Put your hands behind your back, sir. Put your hands behind your back, sir. It's nothing else to talk about. Do the little back behind the back praying hands, opposite way though, and this one is the open shut case.
It's me.
Okay.
That's why there's a fence there.
Okay, but I'm talking now. We're veering off that path again.
Gregory's previous complaints are well and good, but it seems that something has sent him over the edge on this night. Deputy Weekly focuses on the events that have unfolded in an attempt to find a motive.
He can come right up and cut every blade of grass right up to your line. He can make as much noise. He can do whatever. There's no noise ordinance. There's nothing. He can do whatever he wants on his property, okay?
Can I?
So, yeah, you can too. As long as you're on your property.
Can I put up a stereo and play rap music? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Just drive him nuts?
If you want to be one of those guys,
I don't
and then deal with it.
But that's how I feel, Deputy. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Like, could I put up a fan? Could I start a bonfire?
But the thing is you already put up a fence. You put up a fence. He was on his side of the fence tonight, right?
Yeah.
And you walked around your fence.
Yes.
And you walked up and you grabbed him by the shoulder, turned him around, and you started smoking him, right? How many times did you hit him? 25, 30 times maybe?
No, probably 5 or 6. Like, you're not even supposed to hit your neighbor once. Okay. Look, I hate the guy. I want him to die. I'm trying to.
Was your attempt tonight to kill him?
No. I just want him to stop. I know he's screwing with me. So I'm going to pull up my car tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, and I'm going to blast out some rap music as loud as I can with my speakers.
Okay.
And I'm just...
Why you gotta use rap music as the reference? You know what? I ain't even gonna go down that route with you, because you clearly got a whole laundry list of issues that you got. Clearly. You know what I mean? We ain't even gotta travel down that road. But dude, he just said he wants him to die. Like, he's clearly off and capable, as you can see, of doing some harmful things. Like, they have to lock him up. They have to, like, it should be, based upon what he said, he should be required to go to a mental facility and get checked out. That should be a requirement based upon things he's saying, how he's coming off, all kinds of different things. And he's absolutely should go to jail too.
Going to blast it at his house. He probably would not like that. We basically hate each other. Okay. He wants me to die. I know he does. I want him to die. But okay. I can't do it.
So as far as
how can I
here we've
legally, how can I
we've went, you can't.
Other than outlive him.
You can't.
This is a strange thing to mention. Greg is more than 20.
What? Who says that? Who's legal? And then he tried to add legally on there to try to cover up what had already come out your mouth, bro. You had already blurted that out. Who says that type of stuff to an officer standing in front of him? Like, if they don't do something, I fear for that neighbor's safety.
20 years younger than his arch nemesis William. Why would he fear that William wouldn't outlive him? Suddenly it all becomes clear when he spills his guts and makes a shocking personal revelation.
Okay. I'm tired of it. And I told him, okay, so I'm retired.
Okay.
I have no children. He has kids. He has grandkids. I told him, I know you see this on TV all the time. I will take them. Okay? Okay. So you're saying, okay, like, stop doing this. You got 18 acres. You're doing this. So he's agitating me. I know you know how this goes. It's a property dispute. I have prostate cancer. When I go, guess who's going to go with me? Guess who's going to go with me? I'm going to die of cancer anyway.
So I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but is that where some of this is coming from tonight? So you've got prostate cancer and you figured I'm going to go over and put an end to this tonight, and you went over there and...
Not yet. I would like him to...
What the... Like, I've heard people talk about that, but not in a sense of, it's always in the context of, man, what would you do if you had 24 hours left to live, or you found out that you had this irreversible deadly disease or whatever and they couldn't cure it, or something you contracted or whatever, and you only had a short amount of time, or you knew it was your time was coming to an end soon. What would you do? Most people talk about, going to make sure my family's straight, spending time with my family, going to get money, a bank robbery, like all of those type of stuff. This fool said he's going with me. And then to add insult to injury, he said taking the grandkids with him. He should not, if they leave this dude on this property tonight and something happens to that old man, the police department should be responsible as well. They need to remove him from there. And I don't know. He needs to be locked up, because he's already told you what he's capable of, what he wants to do. He's pretty much laid it out there for you.
Stop.
What was going on? What was he angry about?
He's just upset because he said he found out he's got prostate cancer and he's going to die.
He found out what?
He's got prostate cancer and he's going to die.
Oh, shit.
That was the only thing that he really said to me.
Yeah.
Other than I'm going to kill you and your daughters.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got prostate cancer. He repeated that 3 times, that he was going to kill me, going to kill my daughter, and he's going to kill my grandkids, because I got prostate cancer and I'm going to die.
Okay.
Wow.
I just found out I got prostate cancer.
Now the night's events are making a lot more sense. In an existential rage fueled by booze, Greg wanted to lash out against the world, so he took out all that rage on his elderly neighbor.
I would like him to stay away from me. If he does not stay away from me, we're both going to go up there.
Okay.
Are
you threatening him?
At this point, Gregory's direct threats on William's life are ramping up and becoming more deranged. Officer Weekly has no choice but to arrest him.
So, Greg, at this point right now, what I'm going to do is I want you to turn around, put your hands behind your back for me. I want you to interlace your fingers. Interlace your fingers like you're praying. Greg, how much have you had to drink tonight?
Let's see. Enough.
How much would you say is enough?
5, 6 shots.
5 or 6 shots?
But I know you guys double it, so...
No, we don't double nothing. It is what it is.
Well, sometimes I think if I take him with me...
What's that?
I have prostate cancer.
Do you?
Yeah, if I take him, what are you going to do?
Why are you going to take him?
Oh, because I'm going to die anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and so take him. Yeah, that's what I wanted him to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, after you let me go...
Walk up a little bit farther. Okay, right there.
After you let me go, now I'm really mad. So I might just go ahead and take him.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Go ahead and put your butt in there and swing your feet in. That's the easiest way to do it.
Anyway, next time I see you, I'll probably be in a coffin, and so will he. Which I'm planning on. Will you lock the back door, please?
Yes, I told you I'm going to go back and lock the door, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I care more about the dog than I do myself.
Deputy Weekly prepares a breathalyzer test to take Greg's blood alcohol level. Unsurprisingly, Greg is already very familiar with these.
Uh-oh, what did I do?
Have you ever blown in a PBT?
Yeah, I have one at home.
Do you?
Because I go to AA.
Okay.
I go to group therapy.
How long have you been going to that?
I'm a total alcoholic. 8 months. I'm sure I'm gonna blow. Whatever. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
All right, Greg. So what I want you to do, so I want you to take a deep breath.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
I'll hold on to this and just blow. Okay. You ready?
Yes. Yes.
Take a deep breath. Ready? Okay.
What does it say?
We're gonna find out here in a second.
Oh, yeah. My wife bought one because I'm an alcoholic.
Okay, you're at 0.254 right now.
What's that?
You're 0.25. That's high.
What does that mean?
Well, that's way over the legal limit to drive. However, you're at your residence.
I
Okay.
wouldn't drive.
There's nothing against you drinking at your house, other than, are you on probation?
No,
You're just in AA.
I'm just an alcoholic.
Okay.
Angry.
Okay.
While the results of the test may seem irrelevant, given that Greg is at his residence and claims that he doesn't intend to drive, it's important to establish his intoxication as fact. Especially if the case were to go to trial in the future, the prosecution would need evidence to establish that Greg was under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident.
Wait, did you lock the back door?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull up there so that you can see me do it.
Thank you.
I want you to watch me do it.
Oh, I care more about the dog than myself.
With his fate becoming more certain, Greg realizes he might have
Like, I don't know if that repeating yourself bothers y'all, but it bothers me. And it just adds on to the fact of what I'm already, you know what I mean, have the opinion I've formed about him. Him constantly repeating himself just adds to that. Like, dude is off. Dude is very, very off. And it could have something to do with the health issues that made him just send him overboard. That could possibly be it. But he is definitely not stable, bro. And that over and over repeating itself. And on top of that, to be an alcoholic too. This is like a dangerous combination.
have gone overboard in his drunken rambling.
You wear a body camera, you have to report everything like that I say.
Yes, my body camera's on and it recorded everything.
Oh, that's cool. I think it's a good thing. So what shift do you work? I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Sorry. Never mind. I used to work 3 to 11. I retired. Just talk. One time, the state cops came to my house. Those guys have 80-mile square area. The state guys. 80, they have a huge area. Not just a county, like multiple counties. Does that make sense? Yeah, never mind. I'm talking too much. So, Deputy Weekly, if I hadn't answered the door, what would you have done?
I got other ways to figure that out.
Yeah, all right. I get it. Okay. If I hadn't been there, if I just took off in my car, you wouldn't have known. You would have kicked in the door, and then you would have found nobody. Then you come find me tomorrow. Or the next day. I know how it goes. Can I ask how long you've been working here?
A little over a year and a half.
A what?
A little over a year and a half here. Corrections, can you open your receiving door, please?
Do you get a pension? Retirement?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good. Me too.
I thought you were retired.
I am retired. I worked as a janitor for 32 years. Cleaning up after.
How old are you now?
I'm coming up on 59.
59.
I'm going to be 59.
Have you ever been to Van Buren County Jail for anything?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't been arrested for over 30 years. Big Rapids, I got caught for drunk driving. That was not fun.
Gregory isn't finished with his antics. He saved some for Van Buren County Jail investigators.
Alcohol is 0.25. Follow these gentlemen.
All right, sir, so reference test point, please.
Got my wallet.
Listen to them.
Okay. Right on up to me, sir.
Sorry.
It seems he feels invincible, but he sounds utterly deranged.
Mr. Miller, what brings you in today?
I got in a fight with my neighbor.
Oh, man.
Punched his ass out. The next time I see him, you're going to be looking at me for a murder conviction.
Oh, well, that's we won't take that. We shouldn't do that.
Gregory
Wait a minute, y'all heard that demented laugh? Oh, he got to go, bro. It's Like, go on and put him in a cell now. Charge him for charge him for the murder now. Like, keep him in there. He don't need to get out, fam. If there was ever somebody about to turn into a serial killer, and their reason being is because they don't have long, it's him. It's him. Don't let that joker there out. Listen to this laugh.
The next time I see him, you're gonna be looking at me for a murder conviction.
Oh, well, that's we won't take. We shouldn't do that.
Gregory Charles Miller was charged with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder, in addition to assault with intent to murder. His bond was set at $1 million. On November 27, 2023, Gregory pleaded guilty to assault with intent to commit great bodily harm, less than murder. The charge of assault with intent to murder was dismissed, and his sentencing is scheduled for late January of 2024. William Cracker checked himself into the hospital a few hours after his interview with Deputy Weekly. His injuries were minor and he was released without complications. Gregory's cancer prognosis is unknown at this time.
He said,
Why would they dismiss anything with him? That's the part I don't ever understand. And I don't care if you say, well, the other charges have more weight, so they usually just go with them. No, go with those and go with that one too. Don't dismiss nothing. Does he look like a candidate that needs his charges dismissed? Do he? He definitely don't qualify for that. No. And don't say, well, maybe he talking like that because he on the alcohol. No, alcohol make you tell the truth. It's making you tell the truth. It's going to make you who you are. Just hiding. Like, hey, man, I'm scared for that old dude, bro. Hopefully, he's safe. His family started surrounding him. Maybe his kids that are older. Possibly if he has some, comes around to protect them or get them to move. You know what I mean? And you hate to say that living on 18 acres, you're not gonna move. So it's like, hopefully they figured out a way to protect him from that neighbor. That's foul. Y'all let me know what you think though. Y'all be safe though.